Hey. Okay. I'm working something out right now, and I just need to release fear and trust in spirit. Thank you, honorable ancestors. Thank you, my angels. Okay, we got this. I'm trusting my divine team and myself working together to help us break through these illusions of self so we can see what is real, what is authentic, what is actually happening in my life. Okay, so things are dropping off. The opposite of expansion is like a decrease. But where is this decrease? Just letting go of old thoughts, of old programming, old ways you see family, you just letting that go, old ways you saw yourself, through you dropping off these, or not even dropping, through you burning the bridges to these connections that don't fit into the lifestyle or the reality that you desire for yourself. So you recognize that and you actually took steps to try and remedy the situation in the relationship, but then you got to a point you realize that this is over. Like, it's meant to be over. It's meant to be done. So it is just a sense of freeing you, but at the same time, it's gonna feel like your world is getting smaller if you're not careful with the power you give to other people. So these connections, you might have used them to open and expand your world at the time that they were in your life. But now you realize it could only get to a certain point before it stopped expanding and just started kind of closing in on you. Started to feel suffocating and trapped. Because when you were ready to grow and expand in immense ways where out the fucking frame, you had energies that were passing fear down on you, and inception and negative energy and uh, maleficence, ill intentions, because they didn't see your vision. They didn't see the way you desired to expand. And it's not always easy to explain that to somebody. So you shouldn't feel bad that they don't get it, or you shouldn't feel like you didn't say enough. You said enough. You said enough, because guess who trusts you? Guess who believes you for the things that you say? You. To you, your word is bond. And that is the self knowledge and acceptance that null and voids what anything else has to say about you or your life, or where you're heading. So that's why we cut them off. And now what? Change. Uranus, the planets of change. That's how she wanted me to say it. She. So thank you, Divine Feminine, for communicating with us, because the changes must be coming in ways of accepting self-love, accepting what has happened to you, accepting what you've been through, accepting what you've overcome, because you didn't just go through it. You're better now. You're in a better place, a better situation. No, it might not be the best situation, but guess what? It is the best situation for you right now in this present moment, because now you'll awaken to opportunities of lustful change. What do we mean by that, Spirit? When something or someone is full of lust, there's this passion to want to express that. So, changing lust, if you look at it in a more expansive and high vibrational mindset, you can use lustful energies to bring passion into yourself and accepting yourself, to bring passion into your career and growing and expanding your creativity and making your ideas reality. Because creativity means to create. And the more creative you are, the more abundant your ideas will become. The more abundance it's going to draw to you. Your heart is hurting. You got to let it hurt. Don't ignore it. Don't be childish. Okay? Pain happens. Pain exists. And it's going to feel like what they describe hell is, but we lived through that shit. And pain is a significant tell that you're in hell. Seriously. You create heaven and you create hell. If pain is all you're feeling right now, tap in. Tap into your heart and ask, where are we hurting? We're hurting and damaged in our relationships. How can we heal this? What can we do for this? Because we don't want to be in pain. We want to feel good. We want to be happy. What can we do? What can I do? It's a process. It's a process. It's a process, y'all. But if you allow yourself to go through the process, feeling all your feelings, saying what you have to say so you're not holding anything in, and doing what you desire to do so you're not living in FOMO or hangman, it's going to strengthen you. It's going to give you the dignity and the strength to walk through these portals and these doors that have been prepared for you to be the miracle, to achieve the miracle, to have the miracle, to attract the miracle. Like, it's not black and white, but it is duality. It is positive and negative. It is dark and light. So I wouldn't call it wrong and right, because that's someone else's perception of what it's supposed to be. When you look at it yourself, you say, okay, duality means this is a positive situation and this is a negative situation. And both of them help me grow. You know what I mean? So that's why you allow yourself to recognize there is two parts to everything. The gray areas are just you figuring out how to find yourself in that duality. But when you recognize and see you are the whole thing, you're the whole picture. The whole picture. You don't have to find gray areas or separation. You see that the light and the dark is just a balance of everything. It's not to split it apart. It's just to bring awareness of what is. It's an organizational effort to help you discover the true source of energy, and that it lies within you. But you wanted to hold truth, right? You wanted to hold truth. So the duality that's trying to find a balance right now in my life, in the collective of people who come across this video, is like we might be looking for a duality in truth and lies. You know, truth and lies exist simultaneously. So tapping in to the truth brings awareness to the lie. And you shouldn't just ignore that. Like, face that, you know, accept that, and that's it. Like, once you accept something, you can move on. You can move forward with that because you've gained the knowledge you needed from whatever you're trying to find balance in. There's like a direct hit. 1717, a direct hit of knowledge, wisdom, enlightenment. The sun and the moon. The truth and the lie. Is the lie that the shadow is bad? That the shadow is a negative space? Or is that the truth? You have to sit and contemplate these things in a way that's more than surface level. Like, you gotta see that you're more than surface level to accept that there's more than the surface. So, you don't have to think too hard because you have the answers already. You've already established your truth. Now it's just about building on that, sustaining that, keeping that practically priority. And that's how you're going to cultivate this new relationship with yourself, this new version of you. And it's a good thing. It's important to be proud of yourself. Allow yourself to feel all your growth because you have grown. And there's truly nothing holding you back. Accept yourself. Stop blocking your light. There's nothing convinced you to block your light anymore. You got rid of all those, remember? You let those relationships go, you let them in. So now you can confidently express your light. You don't have to feel afraid. Face it. Face the light. You've been facing the dark for too long to not recognize it's time to face the light. The light is here. The light is bright. The light is open to your insight. And I feel like stress levels are balancing to a place where you can apply any anxious energy into creating a positive vibe for yourself and for all the people that you love in your life and the energies that you love, because, you know, I have my spirits that's like surrounding me. Red bird just flew right in front of my window. And I'm on the bottom floor, so I appreciate that inner knowing that I'm never alone. And I'm surrounded by power, intelligence, ascended mastery. Like, don't fuck with it. I don't feel opposition or confrontation with the energies that's supporting me anymore. You know? Because I'm not trying to make lack of support more important than the energies that are supporting me. I'm saying in prioritizing my thoughts and my feelings. I'm not going to sit here and continue thinking about the energies that could not support me, because I have so much immense support and gratitude towards keeping my connection with my spirits, my divine team, who literally, physically, and spiritually will take any nigga down with a word, with a snap, with a flick of the wrist. Because we're not playing about this. This is our livelihood. This is our independence. This is our empire that we are building from the ground up. So I recognize it's important. Like, I gotta appreciate. I have to appreciate. I have to. That's it. No matter what. Like, baby, I be showing out. And I can confidently do that when I am confident in the support I'm receiving from the higher parts of me, the lower parts of me, the balance of being me, you know? That was a goal, and I'm here. I can reflect on it and say, baby, I made it. I trust in my honorable ancestors. I trust in my ascended masters. I trust in my spirit guides. I trust in the birds, the trees. So they're bringing me good energy. We feeling good about expanding our reality from this point, because this is the ground, and we hitting that shit running at our own pace, because it's not a race. There's nobody else trying to get to the finish line that you're heading for. You don't even see a finish line, because honestly, the finish line is making it to that point in our life where there's no stress and no worries and no doubts and no fears, and only unconditional love growing and expanding through us and around us. So I challenge that into my life. I channel that into my life. So there's no lack. I'm outspoken about gaining my power back. I know who I am. I know who I's got. This is my home. This is my home. This is my home. Nobody can run me. You know what I'm saying? I run this. So that's me opening to receive my blessings of self-love and self-care in abundance, because I know that's going to keep me in a positive flow of energy over despair. Okay.